Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm just gonna throw out there, I do have a shirt on. It's just a tube and it just doesn't go up any higher than that. So it's gonna look like I'm naked, but I'm good, I got a shirt on, Today I thought I'd show you guys how I do my kind of burnt freckly look. So it's probably going to be a very quick video, probably one of my shortest videos ever since my videos pretty much range from like 15 to 20 minutes. This will be a quick short video of how to get a nice burnt freckly look and how I get mine. I've tried many things. I've tried, you know, dip brow, pencils, and they just never worked for me how I wanted to. So if you struggle with those kinds of things and getting a nice natural freckly look, maybe this technique will help you a little bit more. I also want to thank you guys for the love on my last video. You guys really seem to like that 10 skincare tip video. I'm glad it helped a lot of people. A lot of people approached me about it and were like, you know, wow, I didn't know those things. And a lot of you actually went out and bought the water bottles that I use. I think about maybe 4 or 5 people Snapchatted me or messaged me in some way saying that they bought it, which is super cool. You're gonna feel so much better when you start drinking more water. I know I have. Anyway, let's just get right into the video. To start, I really like to keep it really natural. I personally, right now for my natural look, all I do is concealer, some Anastasia contour stick in the shade Shadow, and what else have I done? My brows. So that's pretty much all I've done, and I've also set my face. Once I have that down pat, I like to go in with blush. My favorite blush to use for this look is this orange shade right here from the Sephora Contour Blush Palette. This is the one that has worked best for my skin tone. I really like orangey blushes. I think they look really great with medium skin tones. The blush you use for this all depends on kind of your undertone. You know, if you're a more red undertone, you might want to do a more pinky, like natural blush shade that you would kind of get when you're flustered, things like that. Just your natural cheek shade. So I'm just going to take that in my blush fluffy brush, and I'm going to sweep it under my eye. So generally when I do blush, I just keep it kind of in this area to make my face look more like sucked in and more like chiseled. But for this one, I'm just going to sweep it in like a U under my eye to mimic like the natural kind of burnt you get when you have been sun tanning. And with this, you don't have to worry too much about blending, because when you have like that natural burnt suntan, it is kind of like blotchy a little bit. And I'm just gonna go over my nose because you also get a tan there. And I'm just gonna do one quick sweep with my bronzer brush. It still has some excess bronzer on it. And we'll just blend that out a little bit. For this, you can go as intense as you want. I mean, don't go too crazy where it looks very unnatural, but if you want a more burnt look, you can use a little bit more blush. I like to keep mine in the light to medium range. So for my freckles, I'm going to be using a self-tanner. So this is the Josie Maran Argan Liquid Gold Self-Tanning Oil. This I bought because I thought I wanted to self-tan, but it just takes a little too much work for me. So all I use this for is my freckles now. I learned this technique from a girl I work with. I'll put her Instagram or Twitter somewhere here. But yeah, it really helps. I find it looks the most natural, especially on me. For some reason, when I use dip brow, when I use a pencil, it just doesn't look natural to me. So I've been using self-tanner, and I'm going to show you how I do that right now. So you have to shake the self-tanner because it's mixed with argan oil, so you have to shake it, kind of mix it in. But when you shake it, a little bit of excess gets on the lid around here, and that's pretty much all you need for your freckles. For my brush, I'm going to be using this Totally Destroyed Angled Liner brush, but I like it because it makes the freckles more sporadic, but I actually just keep it because it works the best for this. So I'm just going to take it and dip it on the kind of outer oil that's around here, and we're just gonna start dotting it everywhere. So at first it's gonna look very like intense, but we'll take care of that later. We're gonna let the self-tanner sink in a little bit. On your nose, you're gonna make it very clustered because nose freckles are the cutest. You can definitely do like a few. You don't have to do too much. I personally prefer a more like concentrated freckle. When we have that all in place, we're just going to take my freckle sponge. I have a dedicated sponge for my freckles, and we're just going to press it in. This is going to pick up any excess self-tanner. It's going to push it into the skin, make it look more natural, less intensified. Now, I'm not sure if you can see them this far away, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can really see what it looks like. So I moved in. I'm hoping you guys can see it, but I don't know if my lighting kind of limits it. But they're just like a nice, soft, subtle looking burnt kind of thing. I really like doing this when I don't want to wear a lot of makeup. This look doesn't take a lot of effort. It's super fast for me, and then I feel like the freckles just give me a little bit more, a little something to my face, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, try that out. To be honest, you don't need a lot of self-tanner. You don't need to go out and buy a huge self-tanner for this. Why am I still talking so close into the camera? I'm gonna back up a little bit. Yeah, so you don't have to go out and buy a whole self-tanner for this. You can honestly just go into Sephora and get like a couple samples of self-tanner, see which one works for you. I like the Josie Maran one, I really do. I think it looks nice. And the thing is, when you wash your face off at the end of the night, sometimes, I mean, depending on how good you, I mean, I'm an exfoliator, so it doesn't last for me. Sometimes when I don't exfoliate, the freckles still last and they're still kind of there, which is nice. But yeah, that is it for my shortest video ever. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned a little something new today. I love this technique and I hope you love it as well. Thank you so much for watching, and go ahead and like or subscribe if you want to see a little bit more of me. Okay? Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.